Hello, my name is Lori. I'm a direct channel to source, and today I'm called to talk about. I did a message yesterday. It was a channeled message about how to about transmuting energy and how to connect with somebody on an energetic level. All of that. Today, I'm called to share my story a little bit in a nutshell. It's hard for me, but just to explain what I mean by when I say people talk negatively about you. It's not just they talk it, it's they do intentional, and then they make and take actions to intentionally cause harm to your life. And to my children's lives, because if they're causing harm to me and separating me from them, that's causing harm to my children. And then also, I had said, spell work is not like they're literally doing spells, but words that you speak with intention is a spell in itself. There has been a lot of dark things that were done to me. People have gone to practitioners. I've seen a lot of weird things. I've experienced a lot of weird stuff. And I did my first live yesterday. I had no idea what I was doing. Apparently 2 people wanted to join. They were both from Nigeria. Apparently I'm a myth or a legend in Nigeria. One of them said, "I didn't think you were a real person." They're like, I've been searching for you for a year. I didn't think you were real." I'm like, what does that even mean? So again, it just proves that my phone was hacked and I was just kind of dealing with the only communication I was getting through my phone. I understand that this is how the story started. So honestly, my family started pushing me away after really when my dad started getting sick, but more so after he passed away. And then more so like a lot after my papa died in 2018. And, I was like, whatever, that was like turmoil in itself, but the way that my ex was handling it really raised red flags to me, and I didn't understand why he wasn't more supportive. And then I don't want to get lost in the details. Then during 2020, when he wanted to get a vaccine, I told him not to, and I'm like, please just don't. Like, you don't have to for your work. Like, don't do it. There's no evidence supporting it. They've never done any trials on it. Like, just don't. And he refused. And he saw me as a problem, that I wouldn't get it, and I would speak out about how wrong it was. And so basically, I understand when I had asked for a divorce in 2023, this is how it all started with my life really crumbling. Because at this moment, I'm going to be completely honest, I don't have a job, I don't work, I could work. But the thing is, when you rise to a higher vibration, I've worked so hard on my energy. They tried so hard to deem me as crazy. They tried so hard to deem me as whatever. I want to say they said I was like a drug addict, a whore, basically somebody that I'm not. Just an evil person. A lot of people project when they don't like what's in themselves. They try to place it on other people that see the truth in them. That's happened a lot throughout my life. So I understood why my ex acted the way he did when I wanted a divorce. The thing that I don't understand is how my family acted. And that's the heartbreak that I've been healing from. I prepared myself for my divorce. I knew he would have a hard time letting me go, just from conversations we've had and just from being with him since I was 17. But like with my family, my mom tried to say that I was crazy when I initially told her I was getting a divorce. And we had already started falling out because I asked for a divorce. I said, I want a divorce. And this is something that we have talked about for months on end, even before I was like, this is happening, because nothing was changing. And he was so mean to me. No matter what I did, it was never enough, whatever. So I had said to my mom, like, I don't want your advice. I'm not looking for anything. I've made this decision. I was comfortable in my decision. I had thought it over and over. I'd done experiments in my marriage. I had taken like all the classes. I was seeing a counselor at the time, a therapist. I haven't seen a therapist since 2021. I went to, what was it? Some app, but I loved, she was a relationship coach actually, and I loved her. But anyways, haven't seen anybody since 2021. That's besides the point. So I was like, I don't want your advice. I'm getting a divorce. So then she apparently was using my dad, who had passed away in 2014, against me, saying that he's visiting people in their dreams, saying that he's worried about me. And at that time, I'm meditating. I'm confident in myself and my decision. So I'm like, what is he saying? Or what did you say? And so that's where it started. And I was like, well, this is weird. I'm just going to pretend I didn't see that. And she goes, well, it's kind of hard to put Pandora back in the box. Cut two, that happened for a whole year. I gave my ex the house. It was his aunt and uncle's house. And I had a job. I had an apartment. The apartment was haunted. The job was sketchy AF. So I was like, you know what? I have 2 degrees. I'm very intelligent. I can do this. Then all of a sudden, once I left that job, like I said, it was sketchy. A lot of weird things started happening in my life. Like, it was just like, this is why I believe in dark magic. Like, it's like I couldn't control my emotions at points in time. But then also I always felt like people were watching me. It wasn't just me. My kids would notice it too. And my dog started acting crazy, which my ex gave away our dog. So, and then once he changed the locks on the house, because I didn't have a place to go, because my phone had been hacked and cloned, right? So I wasn't able to even look for work. But at that time, I'm just like trying to observe everything that's going on, because I'm like, what the heck? What, like, I'm a good person. Why are they acting like this? So then the one day I had to sleep in my car, and this was after I had gone out to dinner with one of my friends from high school, and my ex found out about it. It was a male, and he waited on the front porch with a wrench and called me 36 times, I want to say, screaming and saying, if you come back here, I'm going to beat him. And so I ended up sleeping on that guy's couch, and then just stayed with him for honestly a week after that. And when I had come back, he had changed the locks on the house. And this man has never fixed a thing in the house. I was the one that set up the washer dryer, the fridge, like the water dispenser. So he's never fixed a freaking thing. But he changed those locks pretty quick. And I had called the cops. He had taken the keys of my car, or taken the plates off my car. I had called the cops to help me get back in the house, and they said, technically, if you gave it to him in the divorce, we can't help you. But then the cops are telling my ex, or telling the guy that was with me, he's like, do you even know who she is? And I didn't know what he meant by that, because I didn't hear that conversation. I'm calling my brother, who is well-to-do, works for my uncle, who's like this millionaire, like runs this company. My brother has 2 houses. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I can't get back in my house. Can you please just help me out? Like, I don't know where I'm gonna go. Can you just give me some money to get like a hotel room for a couple days so I can figure it out? He goes, you had ample time to figure this out, and wouldn't help me. So that's why I stayed with that other guy for a week. So then he had to leave. He was staying with a friend who was like wigged out. That was a whole weird situation. I'm not getting into that. But then I was like, okay, so I called my mom, like, can I just stay with you till I figure something out? And instead of allowing me to stay with her, she has a home daycare. My kids go there all the time, which my daughter just told me the other day. She can't even say, thank God, in my mom's house. When she says God, she's like, excuse me. She has to say gosh instead of God. That's weird in itself, correct? So anyways, I was like, I'll just wait in the garage. Like, I'll just stay in the garage until like my friend comes, and, you know, I won't even come into your house, whatever. So then apparently she called the cops on me, which later on, my brother said that he was the one that advised my mom to call the cops, whatever. And I didn't know about this until I'm pulling up to her driveway, and there's a cop car there, and they call me on the phone, and they're like, if you show up here, you're an unwanted guest. Do you feel like you're a threat to yourself or anybody else? I'm like, no. So then I had to go, and I had nowhere to go. Like, they were dropping me off. My car, I still had the keys to my car. They were in the driveway of my home, which I still own because my name is on the deed, and my ex has to refinance it in order for me to get half of the proceeds, which would be a good like Easter egg for me to get my life back together, because like living in fight or flight is not the best. Anyways, so, but then he said he wants to take me to court to get for me to pay child support to him. He doesn't pay child support whatsoever. I like barely have my kids. This is why I don't want to get into it, but apparently I need to. So I'm gonna have to do another one. These are long ones, but so I was in my car, and this was in March of 2024, I want to say, and it was like freezing rain out. Was it 2024 or 2020? I think it was 2024. I don't know. It feels like forever. I'll do another one. All right, to be continued.